Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Put a Ring on It. So the episode started out with Dr. Nicole talking to everybody and letting them know that this is going to be the last time that they're going to be able to do what they need to do. And so, even though they need to make a decision as to whether or not they are going to be all in with their relationships and know that they are really about to get married, or they're going to walk away, she has given them a last assignment, the men, for them to go ring shopping. Well, Michael looks mortified, and he already said in his confessional that he ain't really trying to think about ring shopping because he still doesn't know how everything's going to go if his girlfriend and his child live in the same house. You know what I'm saying, with him. I'm just like I already said before, I feel that she only said yes to this supposed change and, oh, I'm willing to do this to get married to you, only because she wants to say she's married. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing a change. I feel as though she's the same as she's been since the day she walked in the door. So it is what it is. But anyway, that's just me. But let's go right on ahead on to the next scene. So Hollywood and Ashley are at home and they're talking, and Hollywood admits that he is the reason why things are where they are right now, and if he can keep a lid on it, then they could go further. But she had to help him understand, like, I really don't think you really grasp. I really don't think you grasp it fully for you to think that, what you just did was going to help the situation. We're trying to grow from this experience. And, before we came here, yes, we've been here for 9 years. We've been together for 9 years and all of that. But that don't mean nothing because look where we're at right now. And she was just like, look, all I know is if I decide that I'm not going to be with you, that does not mean I'm necessarily going to be with Kwame or whoever else. I might just walk away, and eventually, after I feel up to it, I will start fresh. It ain't got to be, oh, I'm going to go be with him. So, I mean, he keeps, accepting responsibility for what he's done because he legit did put her through. And when she broke down that one episode and fully explained to him how hurt it really made her feel, like, I really was on the verge of tears because I cannot imagine me right now being in a relationship with somebody and I'm in the middle of planning our wedding, and then you backpedal, and then my father passes away. I'm a daddy's girl. I want my daddy to walk me down the aisle. If I ever get married, I want my daddy to walk me down the aisle. That's just what it is for me. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's like she put her all into it, and she really, apparently she made it so that they can, everybody has their ups and downs. Anybody gonna try to sit up here and make it seem like they are just this perfect couple. But at the same time, you can tell by his responses, it's like, okay, I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. Like, he's really admitting stuff, and he actually told her that he loves her. He don't want to lose her. And after everything is all said and done, hopefully they'll be together. But we're going to see what happens. I think they're going to be together. I'll be shocked if she walks away at the end of this process. But I know he going to the ring shop. He going to try to find the nicest thing up in there. So we going to see, though. I can't wait till we get to the end. The fellas are ring shopping, and Hollywood off rip was like, I already know what Ashley would want, but if I could afford it, I would get this whole row of rings for her. So, I mean, we already know he want to marry her. Vince, he let us know that Tamika likes a certain type of ring. She wants her ring to have a pearl in the middle, and he's thinking that he might have it offset with some diamonds around it or whatever. Michael, on the other hand, straight up was like, I'm on the fence. I don't know if I'm getting off the fence. And I kind of think that editing made it seem like he was like, I'm on the fence. I don't think I'm gonna do this. I'm still not gonna budge. But he didn't really bought a ring, or whatever. So I really feel like that's editing right about now, because I'm watching this as I'm doing this review, and that's what I think it's gonna be. And I feel like at the end of it, he gonna all of a sudden produce a ring. I hope he don't, but I just really hope he don't fall for the okie doke, because she's sitting up here telling him what she knows he wants to hear, which nobody should have to do that. You shouldn't have to force yourself to be in a situation with somebody. You already knew what it was when you got with him. Y'all already know. Y'all know how I feel. I ain't got time. I would have been done with her. I'm sorry. She wasn't here from him. She was not here for him from the beginning. And like I said before, unless something is not being said, which is when they first got together, he was not around his child or something like that. So it was easy for her to think that it was cool for her to not be here for the child. That's the only explanation that would really help me better understand why he has been with her and why she's still with him, because she don't want to have kids and she don't like kids. So I'm like, what is we here for? I don't understand. Ashley met up one-on-one with Dr. Nicole so that she could talk to her for a little while to let her know where her head is at. And she has let her know that she's going to have a one-on-one with Kwame so that she can, talk to him, because she doesn't want to just leave him high and dry like that. She just really feels like she needs to do that so it's not unfinished business, unresolved, an unresolved situation when it doesn't have to be. And when she's with Kwame, the moment is amazing, and she loves how she feels in that moment. And then when she's not with him, she wishes that moment is still happening. She wishes she was back in that moment. So that's a problem. That's a problem if Hollywood can't make her feel like that. You know what I'm saying? They normally what happens is she'll go out on her date with Kwame, and then he at the house mad when she come home, especially if she tried to talk to him and tell him what happened. So she's just like, look, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do, but right now I don't know what I'm gonna do. And Dr. Nicole said, I feel like when it's all said and done, you are gonna do what's best for you, and you're gonna make sure that you've made the right decision for yourself. So hopefully she does what she needs to do and knows what she's doing when she makes the decision. But like I told y'all before, I really feel like her and Hollywood are gonna be together, so we gonna see. Vince has invited Tamika's daddy out to go fishing, and so they're talking, and he is, trying to better understand how to love that man's daughter. And I'm just like, tell the truth, be honest. I mean, unless she is mentally disturbed in some way and has created those situations out of thin air, meaning those situations that we keep hearing about as we watch this season unfold, I'm gonna need for you to just say, yeah, I did it. And then y'all can really actually start working towards something. But if you're gonna sit up there and continuously say that you're creating a situation that didn't happen, then I'm confused. I'm trying to understand what's going on. But anyway, y'all, he wants to know what he needs to do. Her daddy was like, I'm pretty sure she asks you direct questions. So when she asks you direct questions, she expects a direct answer, and she deserves all of the love and all this other good stuff. So ultimately, he asked her father for her hand in marriage, and he said yes. So he gave his blessing for that. And I'm just like, unless I fell asleep, which I'm pretty sure I didn't, that episode where she straight up told her parents all of his indiscretions, or enough to where any, reasonable person would be like, you might need to rethink that. I'm not understanding why he is giving his blessing. I mean, well, on one hand, I do understand, but at the same time, y'all know what I'm talking about. But I know your child won't love, but she is triggered in 0.2 seconds. And then the past comes up, which is something that he brought up as well. He was like, we'll be doing great and we're doing all of this stuff through coaching with this process, and then the past will be brought up, and then we, get, pushed back. And I'm just like, I ain't here for it. I don't know. I feel like everything has not been fully addressed as it should have been, and they will not be able to move forward in reality if they don't really address this stuff. And I mean, because she really is gonna sit up there at any time, no matter where she at. I don't care if she at work, I don't care if she at the house and he ain't there. Even if he is there, she gonna be thinking in her mind, well, what is he plotting? And why would you want to live like that? I can't. I don't see it. I don't see it right now. I don't. Y'all, so Ashley has gone to meet up with Kwame, and Kwame be killing me. I be here for it. You don't understand. Okay, so first of all, it's Ashley's fault because she walked up in there looking good. And she had on this leopard or cheetah print dress that was hugging all curves and whatnot. Then her skin is smooth and clear, and it looked like it's soft and supple. So I'm like, you can't come up in there looking good like that and expect somebody to just be like, man, no. Kwame be tired. Kwame be tired of spit. Kwame be like this. Kwame be like, upon leaving and getting it, upon arriving and leaving. Kwame be tired. I be like, shoot, I know that's right, Kwame. But anyway, let her know she was looking all good and ask her why she had to come up in there looking all good like she was looking. And anyway, they ended up getting down to the meat and potatoes and everything. And, he wanted to know where he stood. And she was letting him know that, the feelings are there. And the more I'm around you, the more I want to be closer to you and be around you more. And he was like, don't do that because I want to be closer to you too. Y'all, he asked her respectfully, do you want me to continue to pursue you or to just fall back? And so at first she was like, well, I can't demand you do anything. And it just got to a point where she was like, I would appreciate it if you didn't pursue me anymore. And it seemed like it took everything in her to even say that. So I was like, whoa, girl. Y'all, Kwame is, kind of bummed out about it. But ain't nothing he can do. That's her decision. So, I mean, he said he can't do nothing but respect it. But he sure looked at her again one good time before she left. But yeah, y'all. I like Hollywood, but I like Kwame too. So it's like, what is going on? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I wish I could kind of, I don't know, because she's not into, look, I'm not going there. Anyway, I'll be back. Dr. Nicole and Michael sat down one-on-one to discuss some things, and he said that, he has a long list of things that he doesn't want, that he's, he has a fear of certain things not happening or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, we know that, because his list of things that he doesn't want is like, well, dang, what do you want? But it got to the point where he told her that, ultimately he wants to be with someone who is, makes him happy. He wants to be happy. He says he's really simple and easy to please. He doesn't want to be happy. He wants to come home and be with his best friend every day. And at the same time, he's like, well, with my child being in the picture, I want to have a test run to see how everyone living together would go. And I'm just like, you ain't got enough time for all of this. And I'm not understanding why y'all got back together after she ghosted you like twice. I'm not understanding. You know what I'm saying? And then he brought up something to add on to that. He said that she ghosted him the first time because she did not want to do the long distance thing. Okay, I understand that, but I could have swore he said that she ghosted him twice. And I'm just like, why did you keep taking her back? Like, did you feel like nobody else would want you, or did nobody else want to pursue you, or were you just kind of done because of that happening? I think that the latter of the three is what it was, because I know I wouldn't really want to put myself out there again if every time I look up somebody done tried me like that. And then it's the same person who you thought you was gonna be cool with. But yeah, he's gonna have to make a list and find things that he actually wants, instead of just having this long laundry list of things that he ain't here for happening in his relationships. So all of the ladies met up to go dress shopping, wedding dress shopping to be exact. And everybody tried on a dress. Shay um felt good about the dress that she put on, and when she talked about her situation, she said that she was trying to talk like she was so happy about being a bonus mom. Ever since Dr. Nicole said bonus mom, she really has been trying to stick to her guns and saying that she is excited to become a bonus mom and all this. And I'm just like, you literally just said that you don't like kids, you ain't never been here for kids, but now all of a sudden you here for that. You haven't even had the test run of Zion being there with you actually trying. But go off though. Tamika had her dress on, and she looked like she felt really, really good and happy. And when she discussed her situation, she said that she is afraid that they are going to go back to how things, the way things normally go. And she is fearful of the cheating and all that stuff again. And I'm just like, I don't I don't see it, because like we've already seen, she is easily triggered, and then she goes all the way back to the stuff that has already happened that they have supposedly already resolved, which has never been resolved. Then Ashley went and put on a dress, and when they were talking and discussing her situation, she was just like, I don't know which way I'm gonna really go at this point. And I mean, but at the same time, she does not want to hurt Hollywood. So, whoo, y'all, I can't wait till we get to the end of this to see how it goes. Vince took Tamika out on a picnic lunch of sorts, and they discussed the different things that they have experienced throughout this, this process. And I'm just like, y'all don't need to be married right now. Y'all need to be getting engaged, none of that. And she was like, look, I could tell by mind, I need to quiet all of that. But my heart, I need to protect my heart. And so he was like, let me do that. Let me protect your heart. Y'all, so eventually he proposed. And he bought the ring that had the pearl in it and all that. He got emotional and started crying too. And he said he's been planning this the whole time, and some of his family members and some of her family members came up after the proposal was over and done with. And while he was proposing, she just kept asking him, what is he doing? I don't remember hearing her say yes, but okay. But apparently she did. Because of the confessional, she has the ring on, and she's saying that this is the happiest that she's ever been, and that she knows that she discusses a lot of negative things about him, but there are so many great things about Vince that we don't know. And she was just talking about he's just so loving, he's just so caring, and she got choked up. I ain't here for it. And I just don't see it, because like I keep beating a dead horse by saying that every single time something pops off, she's easily triggered and they go right back to square one. Nothing has been resolved. That's not how that's supposed to go. When you're with someone and you really have moved on from something, you're not supposed to sit up there and throw out at them and bring up things that have happened in the past in a way to kind of be like, oh, well, you saying this, well, this. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's showing that there was no growth because you went right back to square one. But we'll see how it really goes. Shay met up with Michael. Michael proposed to Shay. He invited Shay's family. I don't see the point. I'm sorry. Nobody sits up there and has that strong of a stance on something and you change your mind overnight. You just don't do that. Does not make sense. When you ain't never been here for kids ever in your life, now all of a sudden, when you have not even been around this child in that same mind frame that you want to try to trick him into believing that you have, now all of a sudden that's what you're into. He talking about he knows that she's the one for him, and I just can't. I cannot. And he was like, well, I had to talk with Dr. Nicole, and she was basically telling him that he has to stop saying what he doesn't want and actually focus on the things that he does want. We all want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit up there. I feel like he's settled because she ain't been here for that child. She don't care. She didn't care. Let me not say that she don't care. She ain't cared before. She didn't care before now. And I feel like if this process hadn't happened, that they would have been even more stagnant than they will be in this waiting phase where they're supposed to be waiting to get married and all that. And if the marriage actually does happen and she still has that same mindset, even though she's trying to lead him to believe that she doesn't, you're going to get divorced. And you just sat up here and did all of this for what? You wasted your time. You could have been with old girl and anybody else that actually has no problem with kids off rip and didn't have to be convinced and prodded and poked and told it's okay. Like, I can't. I can't. I ain't got time. Hollywood and Ashley are meeting up to have their date, and they out here matching, looking good. I'm like, yes, look at y'all. I am matching. So anyway, they talking, and she was like, I've seen the growth that you've had throughout this process. I really hope that you're not doing this just, for this, and that you really have changed. And he was like, no, I have changed. I'm not doing it for that. Y'all, I don't know. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's a lot because his responses and all of that in reference to her going out on these dates and her actually being open about how she feels because he hasn't been giving her those butterflies that he used to and all that. His responses have been very explosive, and that can, alienate people. So I can understand why she's on the fence. Hollywood said that, he is happy about the person who he has become and that he is sorry for pushing her away and that he is not going to do that again. And I really hope that that's what it's going to be. Cha. This is too much. Okay, so they left whatever restaurant they were eating at. And upon leaving, it looked like paparazzi in like the shadows taking pictures of them. And so she was like, what is this? And they walking down a red carpet. And, he take her to the side and then he get on one knee and he has a sign that is unveiled behind a red curtain that says, Ashley, will you marry me? And, you know, he said, will you marry me, Red? And in the moment she said yes. Now, this is what I respect. I respect the fact that Ashley said yes to Hollywood, despite the fact that she is unsure about if she really want to be with him for the rest of her life like that. You'd have been with him 9 years. I understand that. You love him and you are hopeful that he has changed. She said that she said yes for the potential. So hopefully Hollywood will do what he do and keep on changing and showing progress, or she can be in the wind. But guess what though, y'all? They are having a reunion for this show and it already looks explosive. They just sat up here and brought the couple that had to go home because old girl's father was passing away. I think he did pass away. And they weren't going to be able to focus on the process because it was just too much going on. So they done brought them back. They done brought Whitney, who was the woman who I thought that Michael was going to be head over heels in love with and done with Shay and leave Shay for her. And y'all, it looked like it's going to be real good. But anyway, that was the recap review for Put a Ring on It. Y'all, I will be back in a little while for another recap review. I hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all have a good one. Bye.